This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday. We're back, and you know what that means.
America, fuck yeah!
Here again to fucking
The motherfucking thing, yeah.
kill
Cutting all the
poor
funding
people.
to all the people that really
Miss-
need it.
My favorite thing in the world is when Misty sings that because she goes, America, fuck yeah, here to save the motherfucking day, yeah. And I'm like, no, what? It's so
Hey.
funny.
Close
And now it's
enough.
just
Coming
a thing.
again to get rid of all the
Yeah,
fucking
now
brown people.
it's just a thing that we do now. It's so funny. I love
Here
it.
again to fucking kill all of the poor people.
Right?
Take away your social security.
We're
Brown
kind of
people,
done
your
exploiting
game is
you.
through.
We're kind of done exploiting you. Now we just want you to die.
Yeah.
We're over it.
Again to shut down hospitals in rural areas.
Just fuck you people, you don't exist.
No, it's
Coming
podcast day.
again to send you all to Guatemala.
Well, no. Now they're just going to send us all to Florida.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
alligator
What's
Alcatraz,
the difference?
right?
Did you see that shit flooded?
Yeah.
No.
Florida flooded.
dude.
Well, specifically the alligator Alcatraz place flooded.
Yeah. That's great. But no, it's
Yeah.
podcast day.
Oh,
Yeah. My name is Eddie Lyon, and here on 50 Nickel, we don't accept no custers.
Oh fuck, what does he say? Crap.
On Creel. We aren't really gang affiliated, but I think fucking Crit Mac is
I am.
hilarious. Are you? Are you 55th Street?
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck around, find out, dog.
Sesame Street 13, fool.
My stomach hurts.
200 West Street, Logan.
Oh,
I'm a gangster, but my tummy really hurts.
Gangsters get tummy aches too. Come on.
Yeah, What the fuck
Pimps
did you say
don't
about
cry.
Pepto-Bismol?
Say that shit about
Pimps.
Rolaids one more time. Say that shit about Rolaids one more time.
Say
Maybe
it
pull out
again.
my Tums.
Right. And that's Nuka.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Oh, she's got the
Nuka.
sweetest face on right now.
Yeah, he does. Look at him. He's a fucking fat bitch. What doing it, fat?
He's
I don't have
"Dude,
to answer to
fuck
that.
you."
Yeah.
I am going to turn my back on you, you
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's literally what he did, little fuck face.
Calling me,
boy,
calling
dude.
me fat.
Yeah.
Look at you, motherfucker.
Right? I'm not the one with diabetes, Eddie. With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
All right, you alien assholes. In the words of my generation, up yours.
Shout out to that's a Randy Quaid, right?
That's Randy. Yep.
Independence Day?
Yeah.
Damn right. Watched it like 3 times yesterday.
Yeah,
Why?
you
Why?
You don't know.
It is not a good enough movie to watch 3 times in a row.
Well, Misty and I watched it once, and then we spent the rest of the day going America, fuck yeah, and blowing shit up, and like, so we just put it on in the background downstairs in the living room, like
that could be
you
a,
know,
tr-
so
a
that
good triple power hour. It's Independence Day, Armageddon, and like a fuck yeah America, the world's about to end type of movie. What
Deep
would the
Impact?
third one be?
Team America.
Would it be Deep
Team
Impact?
America would be.
Probably Deep Impact. Yeah, Deep Impact until I think of a better one. But
2012.
It was funny though. True Lies came on right after it. One of the times that it was playing, and I was like, I'm kind of tempted just to sit in here and watch some True Lies.
Oh yeah, dude.
Remember that shit?
Would it be the day after tomorrow? Maybe.
You're fired.
That movie sucks.
That movie does suck.
That movie fucking that, and you said 2012 too, right?
Yeah,
That
both
movie
of those
fucking
movies-
also really sucked.
That
both of
movie
those
was
movies
bad.
suck
Dante's
ass.
Peak. Remember that, dude?
Here's my kitty. Oh, well,
Nobody-
never mind. Oh, there we
nobody
go.
cares.
Oh,
Hi, Evie.
lift the pussy up. Lift him up.
Put that pussy on a pedestal.
There he is.
She's like, what are you doing?
Damn, he looks just like Beerus. That was crazy.
She probably has about as many teeth too. Or no.
Yeah, must be that
She
color of
does
cat, man.
It's really funny. She's got one up here, one down here. The opposite two are gone. It's like the worst way to lose your teeth.
She's just got like
Hold on, you
Tetris.
can't- Yeah.
She got
got
a
like a
Tetris. Evie got a
stalactite.
Tetris mount.
She's got like a stalactite and a stalagmite just chilling.
That's funny, man.
Oh, poor kitty.
Meanwhile, this fat bitch over here still has all his teeth. But dude, in fact, he don't even care.
He don't care, dude.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
don't
this is
even
my
care.
house, dude. You're yelling in my
Sure.
house.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Fucking, he's like baby Joker when we like if we closed our bedroom door.
Not happening.
Oh yeah.
Not happening.
You always
Well,
gotta
I
keep
started-
it cracked open.
I went and I just saw this at Walmart the other day and I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude. But they have like these little screens that you can put up on your front door or on your door and shit. Like if your house doesn't have a screen door, which for some reason that's sort of a thing now, is that like you just don't bother with screen doors. So anyway, I put it up on our front door. So like most of the day during work, I'll leave that door cracked so she can go in and out. So now she fucking loves being outside and has decided it is her God-given right to go out there whenever she fucking wants.
Oh yeah.
And so
dude.
she'll just sit there, like just sit down there at the door if it's not open and just whine.
It's funny because you kind of cut out, so all I heard was like,
Bro,
Yes, it's much louder and more obnoxious than
Yeah.
that.
I'm also dealing with a kitty cat that just when it turns dark, she's just like, I'm jumping the fence and I'm going and I'm hanging out. And I'm like, dude, you're tiny. You're gonna get fucking demolished by something. Like,
Yeah.
happened right in the middle of one of our Magic games, and I'm like, sorry, I gotta go fucking
I
I gotta go fucking find my cat. And it was like 3 o'clock in the
Damn.
morning.
Nick Lewis?
I went Judge Judy on that pussy snipe.
Did you say slime?
Snipe.
Snipe?
Shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Ain't nothing to me, man.
And Cole Simper.
Why Yo Fitness need a witness?
I don't know where that's from.
I don't understand the
Um,
reference.
Philosopher King by Dance Gavin Dance. It's probably
Well,
just gonna be a lot of
because-
those.
Because it didn't happen if you don't show everyone.
Right.
It doesn't count. It's
Exactly.
just like
Right.
it's the same thing as like why I well, and I mean I'm sort of stealing this from Misty, but it's the same reason that until I got myself a handy dandy little fitness tracking watch, that's the
Smartwatch.
same reason that I wouldn't go out on walks and stuff, because it doesn't count if you can't track it.
No,
It's not real. It didn't happen.
True.
It's
you're
very
not going to
video
lose any
game.
weight unless your steps are being counted.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Your
that's
body
very
knows.
video game of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My life is like a video game.
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 219. Oh, yeah, one of them. The big, beautiful episode. We're just going to be shooting the shit, catching up with each other, and do a little
We're
bit
gonna
of
be
what you're
shooting the
playing.
shit. We're gonna be
So
catching up with each other. It's gonna be great.
We're
So
going
it's
to
the
be
BB. It's the
Okay.
BBE.
we're going to be shooting the shit, catching up with each other, because we catch up with each other better than anybody. When we catch up with each other, people are like, wow, look at them catch up
Wow.
with each other. They're the
Big
best.
men, strong men, tears in their eyes, come up and tell us how beautiful it was.
Not like Joe Biden. When Joe Biden catches up with somebody, it's horrible.
Yeah, like stage 4 fucking cancer.
Because he just comes up and sniffs us. Like that's
It really hits you hard, like stage 4 prostate cancer.
Yep. Damn it. A bit of sad news. We lost quite a few people in the month of June while we were away. Michael Madsen was the biggest one, known for movies like Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill. I mean,
Sin City.
Sin City, a bunch of others.
I mean, if like the main thing people are gonna know him from is the ear cutting scene from Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm. Mark Snow, who composed the X-Files theme song.
Which is an absolute banger.
Right?
Dun, 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 dun.
That's just gonna be the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
This is gonna be us beatboxing the X-Files theme. And Brian Wilson
Beach Boys.
from the Beach Boys. Beach Boys went to my high school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, in California.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time as you old ass?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Graduated
Sure
with him.
did.
Hawthorne High, girl. Hawthorne High. Who do you think gave him the idea for California Girls, dog?
Me, brother.
Only they see, because I wanted to call them California hoes, but
They're classy
Right.
like that.
they're classy. You know, I want to be
Yeah.
like,
Can I tell you-
I could be California hoes.
Some of my best memories, because like
And
You know,
Brian
my
was
parents
like,
had-
Brian was like, Eddie, no, we're not gonna call him hoes.
Yeah.
you need to chill. Some of my best memories as a kid were like my parents had this, big old like fucking like so they had it was like in this almost like a wardrobe sort of thing, but like it was this big old record player, and on either side of the record player it had spots for you to put all your records in there and stuff. And my sisters and I would listen to Beach Boys like constantly, because that's those are most of the records my parents had. Like they had some Beatles and some Doors and stuff like that, but like we would always listen to the Key Largo Montego.
Kokomo.
Like we would listen to that all the time. And then in the summer we would go and like sit in our driveway and sit there and acapella that song.
That song was on.
That's some
like,
white people
was
shit
it-
right there.
Very Mormon of you.
Oh, it wasn't.
It's
It was
very, I
a.
mean, it's white people, period, like Mormon or not.
It was a. It was a Muppets movie, and I just remember like they kept singing that, like one of those live action Muppet movies. It wasn't
Mhm.
like Muppet Treasure Island, but it was one of those like. I can't remember, but like that's where I like first kind
I
of
don't
heard the
remember
song.
I don't remember what that one would be from.
Dude, I can't hear Kokomo
And
without thinking
margaritas
of,
at the midnight buffet. Hey ho, we'll go anywhere the wind is blowing. Why is it? I don't know why I know that.
I can't hear Kokomo without thinking of Full House.
Oh.
When they that special where Uncle Jesse gets to play with them or whatever.
Mhm.
I have absolutely no touchstones with the Beach Boys, even though I grew up listening to them. I never cared enough, I guess. I don't know. It was pretty dismissive if I would throw shade at
Right.
myself. But I will say that my favorite use of any Beach Boy song ever is I'm pretty sure the song's called God Only Knows. And on the probably my favorite thing that Knocked Loose has ever done, a tear in the fabric of life, they sampled that into I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like got it's I think it's literally the second song, but it is the most horrifying use of a Beach Boy sample I've ever heard in my life, and I love it.
I
So
love that.
Nick, what is the name of that fucking song?
Dude, I'm so bad with like remembering song names. Like,
God, it's literally called God Knows. So
I was like, I think that's what it's called, but yeah, it sounded familiar.
the beach.
All I
I'm
can
pretty
keep
sure the
thinking
Beach
of
Boys
is
song. What? Sorry.
oh, I was gonna say all I can keep thinking of is Alice in Chains God M.
Uh, Classic.
Had had myself a bit of a week a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do?
I my time finally came and
You
contracted
died?
I contracted
Died.
what is known as COVID-19.
COVID-19.
I blow.
I still have
Coronavirus.
that. I still have that as my ringtone.
Really?
COVID-19. COVID-19.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, dude, that
The winter god.
I somehow managed to avoid it like this whole time. And then like both my parents have had it twice now. And my dad got it and I was like, "Oh, like, that sucks. I'm always down in the basement anyways." Like,
It's crazy that you never
I'm
got
just
it.
gonna
They got it that
I'm just
many
gonna
times
stay
and
the
you
fuck
never got
away
it.
from you.
and then last couple Mondays ago, I got into work and I was just like, "Oh, I'm all like scratchy and itchy." And
We were all verklempt.
yeah, I was all verklempt. They had to talk amongst themselves. And I was like, I just didn't feel like good. And I was like, talked to my boss. I was like, dude, I think I need to go to Instacare. And they like tested me.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, well, I'm obviously not going back, so I'm just gonna go home and wait. And then they called me and they're like, yeah, so, it's positive. And I was like, oh, cool. I figured as much. And then like the next 2 days were just like miserable, fever ridden, just like falling in and out of sleep, just like weird fever dreams.
I hate fucking COVID, dude.
And then like a week after that, after I was like able to go back to work, I was like just nauseous. Like I don't know why. And
Gross.
I guess there's a symptom like afterwards with this strain or whatever where you're like it kind of hits your GI tract or whatever. And I was just like every morning I'd get up to go to work and I would just like just feel fucking sick.
Mm-mm. So yeah, condolences to all of the celebs, families, and friends. There were a lot of them in June. I know there were a few that we didn't cover or anything, but
A couple of important things of note, both of which having to do with Mel Brooks, is we are getting Spaceballs 2.
oh yeah, I
Yep.
did see that
Which
with
is fucking sick.
with Rick Moranis coming out of retirement,
Yep. Yep.
which is
Um,
crazy.
and that for real. But I mean, if you were going to come out of retirement for something, I mean, obviously you're going to go, okay, I'll come out for that.
Yeah.
But also we are, and this is reported by Deadline, but we are getting well, at least a pilot order. So, who knows if it'll actually come to series or anything, but we are getting a series from Mel Brooks called Very Young Frankenstein. So if you're familiar with Young Frankenstein, this is going to be a series based on that.
A little prequel.
Well, so this is
I don't know what else it could be.
well, I mean, I kind of read a little bit on it. Um, and I don't know, man. I'm not really sure because I'll just read you this paragraph off of the Deadline page. Details regarding the reboot are under wraps. Here is the plot description. Inspired by Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. Previously, on What We Do in the Shadows, Colin Robinson, a main character in the series, was turned into a baby who had to grow up all over again. Whether or not the show creatives have something similar in mind for Very Young Frankenstein is unknown. Casting for the pilot has yet to begin. So I don't know why they're even bringing that up.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were bringing up What We Do in the Shadows.
Right. Here is the plot description. What We Do in the Shadows, but we have no idea. Like, that's the plot description? Fucking seriously? That's the plot description?
Weird.
But anyway. So yeah, basically, we don't fucking know what they're doing. But like it says, casting has yet to begin. And whether, let's see if there's anything else. I mean, it goes on, of course, to give you a background of Young Frankenstein. Who was in it? Let's see. Young Frankenstein is the latest of his classics to be adapted in the 2020s. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much like all it fucking says.
That's dumb.
Like where it's a pilot is on order, but we have no idea what shape it's going to take or anything.
Weird.
So yeah, it's apparently out there. So we'll see what happens. Or
It's
if
a
it gets
thing.
past, yeah, or if it gets past, pilot or even to pilot, who knows? These things can go awry long before you hit the actual filming of the pilot.
Big
So
time.
we'll see.
In
It'd
other
be hilarious if what's his bucket, Colin Robinson, I forget the actor's name all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, do you remember? What's Colin Robinson's
Mark Prost or
name?
something like
Zuckerberg.
that. Prost? I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's right. But yeah, that would be hilarious if he showed up in it, though, regardless, especially just because of that weird ass paragraph where they bring it up for no goddamn reason.
Mark Proksch.
Prox,
Right.
yeah, that's right. I knew it was like
Yeah,
weird like
something
that.
along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, another really, really cool music news. A concert happened earlier today that I would have given up a family member to go see.
It was yesterday, wasn't it? You're talking about the
Oh,
Ozzy
it
Osbourne
was
thing,
yesterday.
right?
Yeah, it was the 5th. Yeah, Black Sabbath's final show.
Right?
Had a ton of
Well, yesterday,
bands.
as of this recording.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
ton of bands were playing, covering Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs, like Ghost covered Bark at the Moon, which is really cool.
That was rad.
What did Youngblood do?
Changes.
I'm
That's right.
going through changes.
And David
They had
Draymond got booed off the stage.
Thank God.
Yeah,
'cause
I was
fuck
wondering
that
how you guys
bitch.
thought about this.
Like, listen, I will give Disturbed props where they are due.
Credit where credit's due.
Because
Yeah.
I saw them open for, I want to say Corn, I think. They play tight as absolute shit. Like, they play so fucking tight. The only problem was half of their set was David Draymond pissing and moaning about religion. And I'm like, look, bro, we're all here because we're of the same ilk. Like, I don't know why you're preaching to us about fucking like, no one cares. We're not here for your dissertation on religion and spirituality. Fuck off, play some goddamn music.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obnoxious as fuck. So fuck that bitch.
So
Anyway.
the problem that I have with him, what's his name? David what?
Draymond.
I thought it was Stinkleberg or some shit, but so
I mean,
Dinkelberg.
That's his emotional name. That's who he is as a person, not his given name.
You can be obnoxious I don't know. That's kind of unfortunately the benefit of having a platform as big as he does, is that he can do whatever he does. It's the same thing as what's his name, who ironically just got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, the lead singer of Three Doors Down. Like when we went to go see him, he was just like all about God, and like every 5 seconds he would like after. Like even in the middle of songs, he would stop. He's like, "Remember that God loves you." Like it should like annoying. It's annoying.
And
like
then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
cancer.
Well,
God's like,
what I thought was funny
how's
is
that
that
for God loving you? How's
well, no,
that for
God's like, I love them. You not so much.
I thought it was
Give
really
it a
funny
rest
that
day.
like the one song that I hear all the time coming up from Three Doors Down is that it's not my time. I'm not going. And I'm like, damn, dude.
You might.
It's your time now. But you know, it's the same thing. It's fucking annoying. But where this David guy gets a lot of his hate, and I think deservedly so, is that he like there's literally a picture of him like autographing bombs that were sent to like to destroy.
Wow.
And like, bro, even if those were shells to destroy evil people with like, you know, in an army's encampment, but it's pretty likely that it didn't just do that. It probably shelled a couple families. Like, you know,
it's a bad look no matter what.
it's a bad fucking look, dude. And even if you're being like super patriotic, which I think he was being like patriotic in you know, in an Israel sense. Like I understand what you were doing, and like I understand that they're also doing horrific things to you, but you're also a public figure, and this is a bad look no matter how you look at it.
No,
like,
that's true.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, death and destruction and bloodshed.
Well,
I like that shit.
Like,
well, and it's like it's the same thing as like ISIS. Like it's like fucking George Strait going and signing. He didn't do that. I'm just using him as an example. You know, like him like signing a bomb that would fuck up an ISIS base, and it's like, still though, dude, that still kind of looks really bad. Like it's like, and then you double, triple, quadruple down in the case of this David.
Thank you, Mr.
Disturbed
Strait.
guy.
We death to America, but we are huge fans.
So yeah, when people come out and it's funny, like I would say that like half the people at this Ozzy Osbourne thing, like I would say probably about half that crowd was booing him, which is enough to make him stop and like say and to like acknowledge it. But like I wouldn't have said anything. I just would have been like, all right, and then sang my fucking songs and then got off the stage, because it wasn't about me. It's not about Israel versus Palestine. It's about fucking Ozzy Osbourne, bro.
Well, it's the same thing as when like dude from Stained got all upset at their concert because people were talking. Like, dude, by acknowledging it, you're just making yourself look like a little fucking bitch. Just go on with your shit.
I was gonna say, there's also that video of David Draymond like playing this like packed like opera theater house and just singling out one bitch who's on her phone and like stopping the entire concert and like giving her this like huge lecture about, we're all here to watch music, right? It's like, she's here. She's one person.
Yeah, like because you know what? Like, I mean, I will say that on the other side of that argument, like if you're at a quiet venue, like a comedy gig, and somebody's fucking talking, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're at some huge concert,
loud music is supposed to be,
and someone's just not paying attention to you, oh, boo boo. Fuck off.
Yeah, you got their money. That's what you're like. They
Literally.
paid to be there.
You got their money. They're not ruining anyone else's enjoyment of anything. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think David Dradle's biggest crime was just having too big of a head. Just having.
I think his biggest crime are those cheesy, chintzy ass snake bite piercings.
Dreidel.
Does he still have them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
They looked so bad when you got it. When he got them, they still looked so. There's a giant hole in your lip, brother.
Howie Mandel's edgy brother.
Yeah, for real.
Dude. Yeah,
dude. David Dreidel got me. That was
It's too
David
close.
Dreidel's
It's
pretty
too
funny.
it's too close. It's David Dreidel.
See, like I can't hear his last name without thinking about like a plumber because it sounds like drain, like David Draymond. And I feel like that's what he should have been in life as a plumber. Leave us all alone.
David
Dave-
Gaiman.
I was just gonna say those words. I was literally gonna say those. I was gonna say David Gaiman.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't watched the stream. I want to go back and watch it now that it's happened. But like,
What a rad event, man. Tool was there, Pantera was
seeing
there.
just
Did
seeing
you?
some of the
I saw a really badass clip of a drum off between Danny Carey, fucking. I mean, Danny Carey is like one of my favorite, and so now I'm blanking. Oh, Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and what's his bucket from Travis Barker from Blink 182.
Hell yeah.
Like that shit was pretty wild.
I mean, the one video clip that I saw that I thought was super cool. I mean, there's the one clip of them playing Mama, I'm Coming Home, and people are in the audience just like sobbing. And I'm like, understandable. But
Right.
the one clip of when they're playing Crazy Train and Zach Wilde starts playing the solo and they had Randy Rhoads up on the big screen also playing the solo, I was like, oh, dude.
Oh, man.
I would be losing. I would be like just awash at that concert, dude.
A quivering
Yeah.
puddle of tears.
You could be the biggest dude, long hair, battle jacket on, and you will just be bawling at that show.
Well, and I saw apparently, like, I don't know if it was some sort of stream thing, but like everybody was upset about the end of the concert. Like they were like, "Oh
Because
yeah,
it was
like,
over."
well, no, like apparently they were mad at like Tony Iommi and whoever else was out on stage. Like they were like, "Oh, he just left him." Like they just left him sitting there by himself.
I saw that.
That's not what happened.
They cut some stuff out on the stream.
Yeah, like they cut some stuff out on the stream, and like Tony Iommi like left stage. Ooh, excuse me. Tony Iommi left the stage and came back with like a cake for Ozzy, and like
Yeah.
it was like a really beautiful moment, and everybody's all like up in arms because like the stream like cut shit out. It's like they made it look really bad.
But there was a person there that like filmed it, and they're like, "No, this is what actually happened." Like,
yeah.
Oh, they got me a cake. They got me a cake. There's a fucking Prince of Darkness.
Wait, there's no bat?
Sharon!
Yeah. The only thing I want to say about it is that I think it is crazy that a 77-year-old man with severe Parkinson's still can control a crowd like that. He's still got the pipes, dog. He's
he really does. It's crazy.
Bat throne.
Like I may need to sit on a throne the whole time, but I'm gonna rock your fucking faces off.
I'm gonna have to sit in this chair the whole time.
Dude,
I'm gonna make it like Aussie, like
right. He may have forgotten his entire life at this point, but I bet you those songs are fucking burned into his brain. Like
there's a video where I can't remember what it's from, but it's a video of him like returning to the studio with Jack, his son, and like the original like producer for the Black Sabbath album. And they play for him like the raw guitar solo of Randy Rhoads, like the raw, like unfiltered.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there, and I'm like, dude, I can't imagine like hearing that after so many years, after this guy that played for you for guitar has been gone for so long, and now you're just hearing the unedited, unfiltered version of it. Like, it's got to be insane.
Oh yeah.
So wait a minute. You're telling me that the band that wrote the song War Pigs invited Disturbed, a war-loving frontman? Okay. Whatever.
I don't know
Whatever.
if they invited him specifically, but
It probably had nothing to do with Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne at all. It probably was like Disturbed is cool and heavy, and cool people like Disturbed, right? Like let's have him there.
Yeah.
you know, Disturbed like
It's too bad he's such a douchebag, dude. Because
Yeah.
Chino Moreno wouldn't have done that.
you wouldn't have.
Mm-mm.
Not our Chino.
You wanted Deftones there? I don't think that would work.
Deftones would have been cool.
Yeah, you could have
Rage
done
would
it.
have been cool.
Rage would have
been
Tom
cool.
Morello was already there, so I mean,
Yeah.
in spirit, I guess.
Well, true. Fair.
I'm trying to think of anybody else, but just make it a little tighter. Just cut Disturbed out completely, and just
Jason
you don't
Momoa
even
was
need.
there.
Add Hansen.
I did see him. He dapped up the main
He
guy,
dapped up Phil
Pantera,
from Pantera.
and then he was
yeah.
just like in the crowd, like
Yeah.
just getting berated. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck, that's Jason Momoa!" And then he's also in a mosh pit. It was very strange.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
also got a bunch of games and shit announced, right? June's usually the month where they do that. We had Gamescom and Summer Games Fest and fucking.
Yeah, that fucking happened.
I mean,
there was some stuff there. Yeah,
I
don't know.
Nothing we need to get into.
No, like but there was a lot of things that really kind of just deflated the excitement. Like Microsoft doing a one more thing and it's Call of Duty. It's like fuck you, ass fight. Fuck you. It's
hey,
Call of Duty every fucking year. It's not a surprise. And it was like a cool ass trailer. So when it did like the transition into the generic fucking guy holding gun pose, I'm like, oh my god, get this fucking shit out of here, dude. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, obviously Angela and her brothers are excited, and I'm probably gonna play it just by proxy.
Yeah.
But what a disappointing wet fart to
right.
Did you see we're getting zombies in Red Dead 2 online?
Yeah, they shadow dropped some stuff for Red Dead.
Yeah,
It's so funny. Just let it die already.
I bet all 6 people that play Red Dead Online are super stoked for that.
I was just gonna say those words.
All 15 of the player base, and they're all griefers that make it awful for anybody that come in. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a thing where they're like, I don't know, maybe this will bring people back. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting. Anyway, moving on. That's which I feel like is probably the amount of interest
the only
generated.
thing that is good about that news is that it almost confirms to me that this new generation port of Red Dead 2 is coming out sometime soon, because they're still providing updates, and it makes me think that the online's going to be there too. So they must have plans for another 10-15 years of dedicated support for this game, which what does that look like? Because it's already a barren wasteland, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, Summer Games Fest. I honestly can't even remember anything that was crazy.
I can't either.
The Sony one was pretty cool. We got a look at Pragmata. Pragmata lives, bitch. I'm so happy that that game isn't vaporware, which I totally thought it was. It looks like Last of Us Resident Evil in space.
Oh, speaking of Resident Evil, we got Requiem.
Yeah,
Requiem. We did get Requiem, but it wasn't enough of a.
No.
I don't know. It is cool, but we've also been talking about it for 2 years now at this point, where it's what is it going to be? And it's now that we get a tantalizing look into it, and it's coming out in February of next year, so we don't really have to wait that long. So now I'm just kind of okay, put that aside. I'm not even going to think about Resident Evil 9 until it's here, and then when it's here, it's just going to be this beautiful, because you know that game's going to be quality. It's going to be good. It's following up 7, 8, and those remakes, so it's and those were all bangers. Even the less than stellar remake of 3, they're all still really, really great games.
Yeah.
And I completely trust Capcom with whatever they want to do with this franchise, because it's banger after banger. So
we got a Wu-Tang game before GTA 6.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver.
Okay.
Is it a side scroller?
I don't know if it's a side scroller, but I think
Are
it's
you
like
gonna play that game?
like I'm probably gonna play it
No.
just for the soundtrack alone. You know the soundtrack's gonna fucking bang on that thing.
It
Probably.
better. That oh man, would that be embarrassing if it didn't?
That would suck, dude. If they fucking had a game and fucking there was no good music on there.
Watch it be like a shitty, like a horn rendition of Cream.
Blech.
Like director's cut Resident Evil shit. Like
Oh man.
yeah, I don't know. Sony was kind of there. Nintendo was nowhere to be found, which is so funny, man. I love how successful the Switch is right now. The Switch 2 is, considering the fact that they have fucking nothing, like nothing to play on that. Nothing like Mario Kart is rad, and I'm not gonna sit there and like dog on that game because the people that really like Mario Kart really fuck with Mario Kart, and this one
And the
actually
Mario
looks
Kart looks dope as fuck.
it looks like it has
It's
some
fun.
actual depth to it too, where it's like, okay, I flew off the course, but I have tools now that kind of make it so I can, like, if I'm skilled enough, I can get up back on the court. Like it's little shit like that that kind of make it so, okay, so this game's gonna live probably about 10 years longer than the last game, and that game lasted 10 years. So it's like people are gonna be playing this game for fucking forever, man.
Oh yeah.
But Donkey
Have you
Kong should have
seen
been there day one. I'm just say that.
have you seen that people are like scalpers have sort of taken a new tack and they are selling online uh locations to buy Switch 2s. So like they'll sell you information as to where right now there are Switch 2s available.
It's because they bought
It-
Switch 2s and nobody bought any from them.
they're pretty like well stocked too. Like it doesn't seem like it's that hard to get one. Not
No.
nearly as hard as it was to get the first one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My Switch 2's got an inch of dust on it because I fucking hate playing it. I hate the way it feels in my hand. The Joy Cons are disgusting. They're made for babies. Like
So fucking dock it then. What are you doing?
we can dock that, but that's like not how I'm playing games. Like I love playing in handheld. Like even and we'll get to it. Like I'm playing Death Stranding 2, but I'm like almost exclusively playing it on the Portal. Feels better. That's where I play it. Like that's where it I have time to play it is in bed, like an hour and a half before I fall asleep. Like I would love to be able to sit down in front of my TV in front of that big beautiful OLED and play it that way, but I don't have time. I don't have the time to do that. So it's like, and it goes the same thing for the Switch, where it's like I would love to just dock it and play it on this big beautiful TV, but it's way more feasible for me to, I don't know. And when I'm not doing that, we're sitting down and we're playing Magic. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I would like to be playing it more, but the main thing that stops me from playing is that it just ergonomically it feels like shit in my hand. But I think my D brand, whatever the fuck it's called, the Switch case, I think that'll be here tomorrow, either that or Tuesday, and it adds considerable chunk to those back, like just for grip and for pat. Like it, I can't believe that they did this shit again, but they like didn't provide any sort of like, I don't know. Is that too much? Is that too much to ask for them to be like to create
Some variation for like
a comfortable controller?
Yeah, right.
Like the whole slab idea of the Switch is really cool and like in design, and it works for a lot of people. But like I don't know, I got big fucking hands, and I got like I want to put like 300 more hours into Tears of the Kingdom, but like I can't when it's like my fucking arms are falling asleep because it's like the hand like there it's like hitting my like I'm holding the Switch in a way on when I'm laying in bed where it's like I just immediately am like losing feeling in my arms, and like I don't get that with the Steam Deck. That's the fucking weird thing. So it's like, and I only Like I think it's because it's better ergonomics in the hand. Like it's sitting better in the palm of your hand than the Switch. And I know that I understand this is a hyper niche problem, and yeah, just dock it. But like that's kind of the whole appeal of the Switch for me is the
Well,
portability.
Cole, you just need to shrink, motherfucker. No one asked you to be a goddamn giant.
Yeah.
Oh, one day it'll happen, dude. One day I'll stop fucking. I'll start shrinking.
You'll
I'll
start
probably
hunching
just be in the
over.
back, so I'll just have like having a like. I'll just start having a hunchback. Everyone's just stand up straight.
Over there looking like the turtle from Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, I don't know. I E3 is dead,
Mm-hmm.
like really dead, and I know that they're trying to do some kind of. And I will admit that I was excited. I was excited to know that there was a showcase, like a showcase a day for like 3 or 4 days, where we got looks into games. We're continually falling into the same problems where it's like we're over bloating these showcases with games that just look exactly like the last one. Like, and if it's not a gotcha game, if it's not a live service game, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to any of this stop killing games initiative, but like you've even got dipshits out there like Pirate Software that's just repeating the same fucking bullshit about how you're gonna kill live service games because you. It's like, well, I mean, make better games, make games that last forever,
Yeah.
make games
Yeah.
that like if you paid $60 for a game, that's yours. That's your game. And a publisher should never have the right to just take it away from you. And that's what they do right now, brother. You might not know that, but in these EULA agreements that you're signing every time you boot up a game for the first time, you're agreeing that they can take away this shit at any
Yeah, you're
time.
essentially just paying for a license to play it.
And that is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that whole like, oh, you're killing live service game, like that immediately just brings to mind the gif of the dude from Top Gear going, "Oh no." Anyway,
Yeah. It's
And
nonsense.
what a fucking fall from grace that Pirate Software guy had. A year ago, that dude was super top notch, super clean, had like, opinions that didn't make people want to fucking kill
Very
themselves.
unfortunate because I really enjoyed watching him.
He's such an insufferable douchebag, dude. He cannot take any blame for the shit that he's saying. And it's like, if I've learned one thing in this world, like in my life, it's that the people that dodge accountability, like the fucking Matrix, that shit gets me heated like every time. It's like, dude, just acknowledge wrong. Just acknowledge. You know how fucking far we could get as a society if most people could just acknowledge and just say, hey, you know what? My bad.
Yeah, that was
My
me.
bad.
Sorry.
A simple
My bad,
bad.
dog.
Like, dude, I feel like I'm saying sorry constantly. It's like I just I don't know. Anyways. Video games are cool and you should play them, but a lot of them are kind of bad.
Outer Worlds 2. I'm kind of excited for that one.
$80, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
What a weird. What?
I was gonna say I saw an article the other day, and I didn't delve too far into it. I was distracted, but that said that younger kids, like actual kids, not like us, not the kids at heart, but the actual kids. There was like a pretty sharp decline in kids purchasing full price video games last year.
It's because we all got Game Pass now.
That's because half the competition is actively teaching their audience to not buy games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass, fucking PlayStation Plus.
I wonder how that'll affect, this whole.
I still think that PlayStation Plus sucks. Like,
yeah,
like
not that great.
Fucking get it together, dude. Like,
yeah, it's not that great. Yeah,
it still sucks. It still sucks.
Like every now and then I'll re-up because I'm like, oh, they put a game in the catalog that I want to play, so I'll pay for the extra or whatever so I can play that. And then like a month will go by and I'm like, this is the shit you're giving me? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't fucking want to play fucking Rapella's game fish fucking for free. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. We're in the middle of it though, and I think you're seeing the consequences of what happens when you're doing what Microsoft did is, I mean, it's the death of your console. It's the death of your position in the console business where it's like, I don't know if Xbox is going to continue making consoles like even in the next 2 or 3 years. Like I think you have a new Xbox, and I think you have a new Xbox handheld, which is hilarious that they're calling that a handheld. It's hilarious that they're calling that an Xbox handheld because it's not. It's an Asus ROG Ally X, the good one, but with a big old Xbox button on there. And then I just love the branding. It's like this is an Xbox. It's like, is it? Is it? Because I think everything is an Xbox now. Everything. Even my fucking fridge is a fucking Xbox. I can get Game Pass on that. Like it's the race to the bottom, and welcome to the bottom, Microsoft. This is what happens. Is like no one wants your console, and you are now giving people the opportunity to just get like the Steam store is now available on Xboxes. And I would fucking laugh if Steam is giving any cut at all of those game sales to Microsoft whatsoever because it's just going through Steam. So, and I understand this is very look. This is very pro consumer. And it is weird to complain about this. But and in a way I'm really not. I'm just like lining out like this is why you don't have the shit that you used to have where there were like dedicated exclusive games and like not even that take exclusive out of it like games like Gears of War and Halo and like this shit's like dead in the water, bro.
Yeah, like the
Gears
shit that
isn't
made
dead
people
because
go
it's
out and
coming to
buy an
PlayStation.
Xbox. Yeah.
Like they understand and the writing's on the wall and that like it is the smartest move. It's hands down the smartest move for Microsoft to just go third party, sell everything on everything, and then just rake in the cash, brother.
go the
Just
Sega
rake
route.
it in. Like that's exactly what I think they're going to do with Gears of War is that they're going to do a re-release for every game. They're going to do Gears of War Reloaded, Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded, and like they're all the same price. They're all $40. You're all going to pay for these games, and that makes sense. I want to do that. I want to buy these games. I want to support these games. That makes sense for me. And if I only had an Xbox, I would be buying those games there. Like that's just the consumer that I am. But now what 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 makes anyone buy an Xbox
Yeah.
Yeah,
other
exactly.
than the
There's
fact
no
that they had an Xbox uh what the fuck is it? Like other than the fact that they had nostalgia for the Xbox that came out 20 years ago and the good times that they had on Xbox Live or Halo 2.
Yeah.
I
And
kind
Halo
of got
3.
one for Game Pass.
Like it's good value, but and you're also Nick, you're also a guy that likes video games and you like buying consoles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking more of like the everyman that walks into Costco because he's getting fucking food for his 14 kids and he's walks past the PS5 and the Xbox and it's like, oh, they're the same price, but like look at all the games that are on here. And then all it takes is someone to say, yeah, and all of the Xbox games are coming over to PlayStation 2. So you might as well just get used to PlayStation because it's the future. Like, and I'm not like saying this from like a fanboy point of view. Like it's the writing on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like it is the death of that console. But like, yeah, I think Forza and Gears and Halo will always have that Xbox lineage, but I mean they're coming to PlayStation. Every one of them.
Yeah.
So
Forza's already out on PlayStation.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm thinking like Halo and Fable and like everything, dude. Everything's coming over. Just because why not? We're third party now. So whatever. It's the price for free games.
Before we head into What You Playing, since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's the best way to help us do that. It's also the freest way to help us do that. We have merch, redbubble.com/nerdcore podcast. Get our sayings and logos on all kinds of things, from hats to shorts to shirts to dresses to
Prenups.
prenups.
Now available.
With our Nerd Corp logo in the background.
It's like a watercolor on like a prenup document.
Yep.
And if you get that, you get us in the divorce.
It's true. If you're the one that issued the prenup, you get us in the divorce.
Yeah.
A free subscription to our Yeah, dude.
We'll block your ex.
We'll talk shit on him.
We'll talk shit on him for an entire episode.
They'll be the L of the week every week
for
a month.
Yeah. Oh shit. We partner with Dubby. Go to w.gg, use our promo code NerdCorp, get 10% off anything site-wide. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcorp podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to help us do that. So, without further ado, it's a segment of...
What you playing? What you playing?
What you playing? For those of you that are new to the show, we go around the screen, talk about the games we're playing and how we feel about them. So, Nicholas, what you playing?
Was dangerously close to something, but
That it was.
That's my
Nicholas.
That's my favorite way to say your name, Nicholas.
it's just like how everybody does it now. Like, that's my name on the Switch now. Like, or it used to be. Now it's just Beard. But
Beard.
by the way, I saw that video pop up on Facebook the other day with Brock Baker, where he comes in and goes, "What are you playing?"
Oh, nice.
Origins.
Let's see, what am I playing? God, Steam Summer Sale.
It's a banger.
Yeah, like, I decided I'm giving Atomic Heart another chance because it was $18.
How's that?
It's actually like, I don't remember why I didn't continue playing it, but like, it's actually not bad. Like, I don't know if they've like given it a quality of life or anything like that, but like,
sure.
I'm enjoying it. Like, less than $20 for a game that's normally like full price.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Me and Derek started playing Split Fiction.
We did.
That game's awesome.
Yeah, that was dope as fuck.
Yeah, we gotta get back into that.
We do. It's a trip too, like just like the way that the camera angles and everything work. Like, it's so trippy.
Yeah, I mean, those games are really fun. I really want to play like It Takes Two at some point as well.
Yeah.
Me and a buddy played, what was that first one that came out? Like A Way Out, where
A
you're
Way
like
Out.
escaping from prison. And
That's a good one.
that game fucking rocks.
That's a good
Like,
one, yeah.
that game's so fun. So I hope that, I mean, I don't want my man Joseph to be pigeonholed as like, we just make co-op games, but like, I do hope that more of
Somebody's
those
got
kind
it.
of games come out.
He's the kind of guy that he's gonna make what he wants to make.
I was like kind of against it at first because I was like, oh well, I can't play this game unless somebody plays it with me, so like, I'm totally missing out on this game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But once you start playing it with somebody, it's really fun. Fuck man, what else have I been playing? Got back into I did start playing the Precinct as well.
Nice. How do you like it?
Dude, yeah, it's fun.
It's
Like
super fun,
it's
right?
really cool.
Yeah, like I didn't think I'd like it, but like after seeing a couple videos and then playing the game, dude, that game is so cool.
Yeah, I love how like it's like it's very I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but like everybody has like their accent, like the police chief is like
Yeah.
Kowalski sending you out, go walk a beat, like it's just
Yeah.
very like cop movie esque, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
is
like
what I'm looking
80s
for.
cop movie.
Yeah, no, that game's
Are
pretty
you
fun.
the young upstart who doesn't play by the rules?
No, you're the young upstart who is following in his dad's footsteps.
Who
Oh,
was
okay.
he was killed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was killed on duty.
In the line of duty? Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I'm just waiting for like that moment in every cop movie where it's like, God damn it, Kowalski, you don't play by the rules, but you're a damn good cop. Like,
hmm
Mhm.
um, yeah,
Hopefully, no
no,
one's close to retirement in the game because
I
they're
know.
gone.
Yeah, they'll be too old for this shit.
I have been playing a little bit of Black Myth Wukong. That game's pretty sick. I got
Hell
that
yeah.
on sale.
That's a good one.
Um, got dude, there was one point like I haven't played it in a second, but I was stuck on this boss for like 2 days. Like, it's not like a Souls like, but
That's
it
hard.
is. It
It
is.
definitely
Like,
has difficulty, yeah.
but I finally beat this guy and I was just like, oh, thank God. I can finally like progress in the game and keep playing. And then just like not even 3 minutes later, it's like, oh, another boss.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it. Are you kidding me? But yeah, now I'm fighting the it's like a second form of the Black Wind guy. He's like a giant bear.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at on that game.
Hell yeah.
Careful, that's not even his final form.
No, probably isn't. Playing Death Stranding 2, of course.
Nice.
Uh
Nice.
treated myself to that game while I was in quarantine.
Mm.
That's ideal, man. That's what he
Yeah,
wants.
that game. It's like you were saying in the group chat, Cole, because like when I first booted the game up, I'm like, this game looks incredible. Like, and then it's like Cole's like,
Stunning.
there's like no difference between the PS4 Pro and the base PS or PS5.
It's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like it is really well, I mean, I kind of it did kill my PS5, but
Still going strong.
we'll get into that. But yeah, it's stunning. It is like it probably takes crown as like the best looking video game I've ever seen. And I'm not like trying to be like hyperbolic. Like it like I'm seeing a lot of talk about how this is the generational leap that we were
Mm-hmm.
looking for. Like this is like okay, you look at like Death Stranding 1 to Death Stranding 2, it is across the board an
Dude, you
upgrade,
just you
like
just
visually.
compare Norman Reedus in each game, and it's like,
Big time.
holy shit! Like,
Big
and
time.
and I know that like, he's aged since the first game, but it's not only that; it's just the detail.
He's one of those types of faces that like it doesn't matter how much he ages, he always looks old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
that's
like
true.
he's I don't know, he also but also at the same time he doesn't age.
Like
You know
he
what I
looks
mean?
old, but
Like
he
it's
doesn't
like
age. Yeah.
he like looks old all the time.
um. Yeah, that game's cool. I've been playing that, and I got back into Rainbow Six Siege. They have the year 10 out, so they're calling it like Siege X.
Yeah, I
But they
saw that.
basically just came out and like did like a crazy rework of like everything in that game.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
like I booted it up and I was like, this is the same game, but like it's not. Like it plays better, it looks better. Some of the operators got really good updates. So I've um been playing that. And of course, MTG Arena. Got back into that thanks to y'all.
Commander with
You're
the
welcome.
boys.
And Commander with the boys. which will be hopefully taking place a little bit later tonight. But
I mean, I don't know
that's
what you two are doing, Eddie and Derek, but I'm fucking down. I'm so down.
I mean, I don't think I'm playing anything else besides those really.
Okay. Cool.
Cat's coming in. So yeah, that's what I'm playing.
Derek?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, we played Split Fiction and everything. Definitely need to get back into that because that was so much fun.
It really is.
Like even just trying to figure out like, wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Where's my shit? Where's my shit? I need this. Oh, there it is. You
Yeah.
know, like it's super fun. And I really like how they uh swap between split screen and then have the combined screen for certain sections and just how that works with the platforming. So fucking fun.
Dude, yeah, at one point we were pigs and then we became hot dogs and we had to like cook ourselves and like put the
But
condiments on.
you don't want to overcook yourself.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
overcook yourself, you have to start over.
yeah.
So you have to like cook yourself just enough on this grill, go and get ketchup and mustard on yourself because like it's so dope. Like there are these ketchup and mustard bottles and you have to like lay down in front of it and then the other person has to go and hop on the thing to squeeze it. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's something else, but it's really fun. And then there's this like point of view camera of like somebody like eating the hot dog and you're just like, what the fuck, dude? Like you see like the
Yeah,
teeth come down and
it's
That's
wild.
wild.
It makes
yeah.
me want a
Yeah.
hot dog real bad.
But so yeah, we played that and yeah, what I want to say we played like an hour or so, right? Or was
Yeah,
it more?
I think we played a good couple hours or so.
Yeah, it was like an hour and a half or 2 hours, yeah. So we need to get back into that. Of course playing WoW like normal. July they have an event going on. I guess it's not really an event, but for the month of July they increased the drop chance on a whole bunch of rare mounts for the whole month. So I'm trying to collect some of the old rare mounts that I still don't have. I mean, I've got a significant number of mounts, so I don't really need them, but you know, I like to collect things.
Yeah.
Also, I realized that in WoW, they have like I don't remember the exact number of battle slash vanity pets that they have in the game, but I was looking at it and I'm missing like 190 pets in the entire game. So now I'm
Damn.
like, oh fuck.
Better
I
get
need
on
to
it.
yeah, I need to finish these off, man. I mean some of them are, not necessarily available anymore, but I mean there's a decent number I can go and grab and whittle that number down. But um, I need to Eddie. We need to play some Diablo 4. I haven't touched it with the new computer, and I want to really fuck around with that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to get back into Diablo 4. Um,
I'd jump back on that sometime.
yeah, we need to jump into that. Also, Fallout 76 added fishing, which is dope. And there are a whole bunch of achievements tied to fishing and everything. And like, so you get your plain old fishing rod and reel,
Mm-hmm.
and there are common fish, which are, super easy to catch. There are like some more uncommon fish that are a little harder, like they jump around. Like you have this little circle that shows up on screen when you hook a fish,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to move the stick around the circle
Your
because there's
thumb's
like a
like
little.
covered in talkie dust.
I know, huh?
I thought it was
I
bleeding at
don't, I don't,
first.
I don't want to lick it off. I like. I mean, I should. Oh,
Yeah, suck it, suck it, suck it.
God, I love talkies.
Suck that shit.
Anyway, but like there's this little wedge, right? And you want that wedge to be on the fish because like that's when you're pulling it in. And if it's the wedge isn't on the fish, he's swimming away and he'll get away from you. So like the harder fish will sort of like jump around the circle, and so you have to hurry and get them, like it's actually pretty entertaining. I mean, I dig it, but like, and then there are like these super rare fish that are hard as fuck to catch, and so you have to upgrade your reel as you go, and so like there are different like little uh achievements, I guess if you want to call them that, but different little achievements that will give you the plans for upgrading your reel and everything. So it's pretty entertaining. Like it's a fun little thing to work toward. So
Yeah,
I've been
cool.
having fun with that. I'm actually almost done with most of the achievements. The only thing I haven't, there are these local legends that are specific fish that you can go and catch in particular areas. And that's like the pretty much the only thing I need to get done for it. But yeah, no, so that's been a hell of a lot of fun. Other than that, I haven't really had honestly very much time for gaming because like I said, I was the whole last like third of June, I was like busy as fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
So that's me.
Eddie, what are you playing?
So I'm still playing South of Midnight. I haven't finished that game. Still such a fun fucking
Mhm.
whimsy game. I mean, it's a little repetitive, but like it really doesn't matter because that story carries that game so well.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's like it's basically go here, kill these strands, do it, rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
But the story engages you enough where you're like, oh, I want to know what happens in the rest of the story, you know?
yeah. Like I've got to see what's next. I've got to keep moving. So that's really fun. I'm also playing MTG Arena and I'm also playing Commander with the boys. Um, I'm having a lot of fun, a lot more fun with Magic than I thought I was gonna have. So that's really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
I
what
forgot to
else?
mention magic.
Yeah.
How ridiculous of me.
What a fucking idiot.
I'm such a putz.
Um, I'm still jumping on schedule one every now and again. I actually restarted my game because like I feel like I didn't like have the right angle.
Mm,
So now I'm like I restarted and I'm doing like way better than I was when I first started the game. But that game's definitely something else. It's just super fun.
it really
Yeah.
is.
Um, Days Gone Remastered, playing that whenever I can wrestle the PlayStation away from my family.
Yeah, how is it?
It's fine. Like I don't really
I can
see
see that game being one that doesn't really hold up. I don't know.
it doesn't like I don't know. Like I don't think I'm gonna be like I'm never like, oh man, I really want to play Days Gone right now. Like I thought it was gonna be something like better and no, I don't I didn't dig on it very much. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of shelving it. Um the game I do want to talk about though is The Alters.
Yeah, dude.
Um
Preach on it.
dude, that game is like Fallout meets fucking survival. Like it's crazy. Like so Fallout Shelter, you know how it has the grid and you just build rooms and
Right.
keep your people happy. Well, that's this game, but you get to go inside the rooms. Like you get to enjoy the rooms. Like it's still like a front facing situation where you just see the room from the
The cross
outside.
section or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Like you
Yeah.
see the room from the outside, but you're still like in the room, you're navigating the room. You've got to keep you've got to keep your altars happy. The whole story is that this guy he goes on this like space expedition and everybody dies but him. He finds the base and the base has a supercomputer that holds pretty much like all of your most important decisions in your life. And but you're by yourself, you're alone, you don't know what you're going to do. and so you're instructed to create alternates of yourself, alters, um, which are branches of those big decisions. So there's like a main timeline, and then like in one timeline you make a different decision. So now you can bring to life a mechanic, a technician alter of yourself, or if you go and branch out another one, you can get a doctor, and branch out another one, you get a refiner and shit like that. And they all have like different accents. It's the same dude, but like with different accents.
Yeah.
Like the doctor's Southern, and you know the refiner has like a surfer hippie dude. Um,
Like all the different Dr. Wells in the Flash.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like literally, that is the exact thing. Um,
That was one of my favorite things about The Flash.
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
that so much.
dude. I'm watching them in crossover order right now, and I'm having a
Oh,
blast.
nice.
Um, but there's also like the outside element because you can leave the base. You have to leave the base so you can make outposts to mine resources. And out in the world, you'll come across radiation. You'll come across these glowing, like uh, I wouldn't call them clouds because they're a little more solid than clouds, but for lack of a better word, they're clouds. They're called anomalies that if you come across them, they don't quite kill you, but they radiate you. They irradiate you to a point where you'll like pass out or whatever. The game is just super fun. Like it gives me all of the elements of Fallout Shelter with, survival game aspects that aren't like too survival gamey, and it isn't too Fallout. You got to keep your alters happy. You got to make sure that none of your modules are destroyed, and you try to find a way home. In each act, there's I guess a son that like would kill you because like in one section, like they're I think they're like 7 or 8 day sections where it's like in the first 7 days is like the sun is far away, and then the second 7 days is like the sun is coming, and the third one's like destruction imminent. Um, it's just fun. It's just super fun game. The bunch of niche things in
This is
there.
a very Eddie coded game.
It is a very Eddie coded game. Absolutely. I don't know how you guys would feel about it, but I think this game was specifically made for me.
Fuck
Like
yeah, dude.
I love the shit out of this game.
Oh yeah.
Uh but yeah, that's what I'm playing. Cool, what you play?
Three things of note. Two incredibly quick, one probably a little longer. I'm playing Final Fantasy IV. I'm playing the Pixel remastered, part of the Pixel remastered
Oh,
collection.
nice.
Um, Looks fucking great. I know that it like a lot of people made fun of it when it first came out because it was like, it used like a weird font and stuff. Like it had plenty to clown on, but I'm playing through it right now and I think it looks great. It like with the original, like you can go in and you can choose like original like effects, original graphics, and that's great. I think it's rad. Final Fantasy IV is so underrated, dude. It's so fucking cool. Cecil the Knight is and Kane the traitorous dragoon. Such a cool fucking story, man, and pretty wacky too. It like really goes out there. Like you like go to the moon and shit. It's a very strange if for a Final Fantasy game. It's pretty weird, but I'm only like 8 hours in, and I'm pretty sure I'm like at the end of the game. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of fun to play an RPG that's like not you know 100 hours long. It's also really fucking hard, like really hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting smacked all the time. The other game I'm playing is Death Stranding 2, obviously. So I think I said it says I have 8-ish hours in it, but I don't want to delve too deeply into it just for spoiler reasons. I want both of you to play this game, Derek and Eddie. I want
I'm
like
at
event.
I'm at 7.
Yeah, like I eventually, like I don't. It's such a
But
special
I
game.
don't wanna.
You don't want to play Death Stranding too?
I mean, I guess I'll play
I
it.
mean, you don't
Weird.
Maybe I'll
have to
just
if you don't want to.
maybe I'll just borrow it from you or something.
Uh,
Or wait,
Nick
no,
Doofus,
bought
you
it.
probably
I
don't have
bought
it.
it.
You probably don't have it disc, do you? Oh,
Nick
you
bought
did?
it.
Oh,
Doofus, I bought it.
all
Weird
right, all
bought it,
right.
but
Weird bought it.
yeah, but my PlayStation's being monopolized at the moment.
Yeah, one day.
Poor Eddie.
One day I want to do like a spoiler cast. It's such a special game, man. But the one thing that I will say about it is that the first game struggled a lot, pacing wise. I'm gonna move this. I'm not fucking covered in white
Well,
light.
I mean, that's kind of why I didn't really like the first game. It just seemed like there were way too many stretches of absolutely fuck all happening.
Not in this one. It is like
Yeah.
it is from the jump. Like it gives you a gun in like the first fucking like 2 hours. It's like we're not Death Stranding one. Like
Yeah.
we're
Hmm.
doing stuff fun here.
Okay.
And
Okay,
it's
Cole.
it
Cole,
like
okay.
it like immediately distinguishes itself as different and better.
Hell yeah.
And
Because
I'm
like I
doing
literally for most of Death Stranding 1, I literally did feel like a glorified package boy. Like it was just so fucking boring for me most of the time
that was
until you hit
part of the
those
process. Yeah.
until you hit like those big important story beats, and then I was like, okay, fuck yeah, yeah, and then it would go back to the fucking dumb shit again.
See, this is just Kojima with an established base, just going crazy, just going
Hell yeah.
wild, just throwing.
Hell yeah.
There's so much, dude. You can like take a bath in like a random hot spring, and then look up in the sky, and then there's a constellation that turns into like an actual photo of Hideo Kojima's face.
No way. Okay. All
It's
right.
fucking it's rad, dude.
That's
It's
cool.
awesome. And it's like it's a
Yeah.
piece of gaming history. Like
Yeah.
and being part of it like right when it comes out is really cool. It gives you a gun and a vehicle in the first 3 hours of gameplay. And
No, dope.
Well,
it's an hour and a half of that 3 hours is cutscenes. So,
and
you're not really playing too much while you're just, logging around fucking shit all
yeah.
day. Like it's not the
Well, and
same game. You can if you want, but
I'll tell you what, July for work is a lot slower. So, I
make
got
sure
a
to
little
watch
bit of
a
time.
detailed recap on that first game just to get reacquainted with all the terms. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
I
fucking
should.
terms,
Well, there
the
there is a
chiral
there is
network
a
and dooms, and
there is a
So just
recap.
like Death Stranding recap or Death Stranding 1
there's a
recap.
recap in the game, but it's not very good. I watched the whole thing and it's like, oh, I mean, there's a lot of
It's a very like it's a recap. Like
it's very brief.
it's not it's not like it's not like a like if you were to watch like a 20-minute video on a recap of
Yeah.
it. It's like it's just
It's
enough
more
to
like
like
last
remind
week on
you.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bonkers like how off
Fuck
the
yeah,
walls
dude.
it already is, and it's like, god, this game is special. But
Hell yeah. All right, I'm down.
yeah, and if the barrier of entry is already gone, like you already have it, like just play it. It's
Yeah.
even if it's only for like how I'm doing it, like an hour and a half every day, like
Right. Sure. Yeah, totally.
that, and it's way more friendly to completionist. Like it feels better to like to do everything on the map now. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
It is a massive upgrade in like
Yeah.
in a, like almost every way. Like but yeah, I'm also playing Magic with the boys. It's like really got me by the nuts, dude. I'm playing this shit over video games. Which is
Yeah, Cole, we need
like
to figure out a day for you to come over and help me figure out this convoluted ass deck.
well, we'll probably need Nick too, because he's a
Yeah.
little bit more skilled with the complicated. I'm dumb. I'm equipment deck, swing big stick, and smash everything. That's my
Fucking
tactics.
you're such a fucking equipment whore. It's ridiculous.
Dude, these cards that I added yesterday, they're diabolical, bro. Like it is like them. It is still an equipment deck, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably it is probably the best equipment deck out right now. Like it's got all the stupid cards in it.
I really want to experiment more with that one card of mine that I can just use to clear the fucking deck.
Yeah.
Just
clear
just
the field.
clear everything. Yeah, clear the field, clear everything out.
That's crazy.
You don't want to be known as the board wipe guy. Like that's
I
a
bet you
very
he kind of does. I bet you he kind of does.
I'll do it again.
I know you will.
And
that's what really sucks. That's why you specifically is why I got a bunch of these fucking cards that I got yesterday, is because of like protection spells to protect my shit. And when one of you fuckers eventually does break my Buster Sword and fuck up my whole plan, I have a card for that too. Like, you know, like it's crazy. Like, and I'll tell you right now, the fun, so it is super fun getting a precon like out of the box. And if you do that, I implore you, look up upgrades. Look up, like, type in your deck and then be like, hey, upgrades. Like, what cards can I remove? What cards are like weakest links? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, most of these cards are not expensive at all. You can ball out and get these like stupid expensive cards, but it racks up fast, bro. Like, really fast.
Yeah.
But that is an immense amount of fun. Like taking this cloud deck and then tweaking it, and just like at first putting in cards that I really like, and then, you know, just because of like art, or like, you know, because I'm sentimental, like Clive. Like Clive works really well in this deck. Like he fits right in, you know, and on top of it being like a super red heavy deck, like it just kind of works. And I think that's like, that is the, you know, no pun intended, that's the magic with this shit, is that like the way that it all like fits in and works, and like just kind of, I'm gonna tell you right now, like the serotonin I'm getting from like seeing like how they've taken these beloved characters that I've like grown up with, and then like, but they've turned them into like viable magic cards that are based around the theming of their character. Shit is too cool. It's fucking really rad. Like, I'm sorry. Like I think that like, and I'm already a sucker for like art and stuff. So it's like, you know, and I understand that like there's a lot of pushback in the Magic community about this Final Fantasy set specifically, because it is prohibitively expensive, and just kind of creating this like really negative niche where it's like, yeah, if you have a lot of fucking money, you can have the good cards. You know what I mean? Like it's created a little bit of a pocket of resistance, and it's going to make me I'm really curious to see how Wizards of the Coast, the people that make the cards, how they handle this, because nobody's going to pay these prices for an original Magic set. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Like, I think that like if you start selling these decks for how much they sold, like they sell like new original decks, which the hardcore people would be there, but I do think that a lot of the hardcore people would be like, fuck no, I'm still not paying $80 for a deck. Like, that's, even though they're gonna eventually do that like many times over by doing upgrades and stuff. But you know, like out of the box, like I get it, I understand. But
one of when I really like this deck. As convoluted as it seems, as you know, odd as some of these things seem on it, like I kind of dig that though, because like with the versus system that I was telling you about before, like one of the deck that I fucking wrecked people with was a Justice Society of America deck, and because it's all Marvel and DC uh heroes and villains and so on. Um, and the whole point of this deck was to keep your low characters around as long as possible. And there are different ways that you can keep empowering them over and over and over and over and over again. And then you've got different equipments and different things that make it so that anytime they are attacking or defending against a card or a character that has a higher card cost than yours, you also get pluses to attack and defense. And like it just gets fucking impossible. It's just beefy. There's no fucking way to beat it. Like it's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like I like those kind of like niche things like that. But
so I have one thing and then I'll end it. So I started doing this new thing where so I was getting tattooed the other day and Bridger started going off about Chat GPT and about how he uses it more than Google. He uses it like he's like, if I have anything at all, I will just I'll plug it into that and
Same here.
it will give me a way more detailed, way more helpful, way more like extensive look into what I need help with.
Yep.
And if I have any other questions, like it will immediately answer with like, dude, it's spooky how fucking good it is. Like it's really shockingly good. The first question I asked it is the Ayatollah gay? And it got really mad at me. It's like you shouldn't say shit like that. I was
He's
like, all right,
don't
okay.
fucking do that. Be respectful.
All glory to the Ayatollah. So
Ayatollah so.
I immediately started asking it magic questions. I'm just like, so what's the weakest links of my cloud deck? And it's like, okay, if you're looking for cards to remove because they're weak, like we suggest these. And then it's like underneath that, it's like if you're looking for cards to add, this is like right here, right here, right here. And I'm like, oh my
Yep.
God, here we
Yep.
go. Here we
Yep.
go. Like
Yep.
the gears are turning,
Bro,
like,
AI is gonna build you the gnarliest fucking deck in the world.
well, and so that's to be confirmed, to be continued. That's the fun thing about this is I asked it, I was like, I want you to make me a commander deck that's based off of Berserk. Like take the dark tones and themes. I want my commander to be someone that's like Guts. I want it to be like more or less an equipment removal, dark deck. And it's like, okay, here's what we do. We recommend this card as your commander. It's very Guts like, in the way that it's like, and it reflects the tones and shit. And you scroll down a little bit and it's like in terms of like the other cards, like you wanted to do the like the dark tone of it, so like there's a lot of swamp elements in there, lots of dark removal spells and shit. And I'm like, and it's like there's I'm pretty sure it was you, Eddie, that hit us with the blasphemous act card,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like that's a good board wipe card,
Yeah.
and that's in there, like, and it's like it's very Eclipse-esque, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking really cool. This
Oh
is
yeah.
like I'm gonna do this forever.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like I've already got the gears turning of like a Clive deck and a Cecil, a Dark Knight deck. Like it's so cool. And then we get to the other part where it's like, now I want you to budget this out. I want you to tell me how much this is going to cost. And it will like legit like be like, all right, if you're looking to see like balls to the wall, no budget boundary, like, it'll give you, like the exact number of what you want. And it's like, okay. Um, and then you can say, oh, I want budget friendly. And you can literally say like, hey, try to stick it in a 250 to $300
Yeah.
range.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like perfect. Instantly it's like, here's all these cards instead of this card, which really is really expensive. You can get this card. It's not as effective, but it's like fucking 1/3 the price. Like it's insanely efficient.
Oh yeah.
Insanely
Oh
efficient.
yeah.
And so now what I did is I went through and I like custom tailored it. I'm like, okay, this Berserk deck is sounding really good, but let's tighten it up a little bit. At first it only gave me 87 cards. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to figure out the 13, bump it up to 100. I don't need 100, but I would like it to be, a legit.
It's 99 plus your commander, so it's not
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So, I haven't figured out a second commander for that deck, but I'll get to that, I guess, eventually, if I even do. But so, and then after I got it all budgeted out, we figured it out. This is the deck. I was like, okay, give me a full downloadable or a text list of every single card in order. And so it does that, and then it gives you a nice little copy prompt at the top, so it like immediately sticks it on your clipboard, and then you take it to any of these card websites, Card Kingdom, or is it Moxfield, or what was the one that you were using, Nick? Aether
Hub.
Any of these websites that have like a dedicated deck builder like option, you can go in, just plug that whole thing, and it will just automatically automate everything in like we can add all of this to your cart right now, or you can just go through and choose it if you want. And I did that. Like I plugged in all of my cards into Card Kingdom, and it's like, all right, we have these, and there's like 3 or 4 that we don't have, so I had to get those from TCG Player. Ooh. And I only say that because people, like, for some reason, don't like TCG Player, but I don't really know why. But
never heard of anybody not liking TCG Player.
Shitty business practices, I think, is what it was. But I'm talking out of my ass. I don't really even know what it was. But so we'll see. To be continued. I'm gonna build this deck. I'm getting my commander tomorrow. Eddie, you walked out of the room when I was talking about this, but I went to our local LGS, our local game shop, and went and bought more cards, and walked out of there paying $211, buying 6 cards and two packs of those ultra fit sleeves, a new thing of sleeves, and a new commander deck.
Big League Chew.
I did buy a new commander deck for Daniel, because I want him to get into it. But that commander deck was $60. I got on Amazon and I looked, and it's like, okay, that deck's going for $30. Okay, whatever. And then I started talking with these boys about this one card that I got, and they charged me $40 for one card, and Nick's like, yeah, you can get that card for $8 on TCG Player right now.
Yeah,
that's my price I pay for wanting to be a local loyal fucking attending my local game store. It's out the ass. But
that's just another reason. Fuck small business.
I don't know, man. They also those Final Fantasy collector booster boxes that I bought one. I bought one, and it was 12 cards, and it was 85. No, it wasn't. It was $75 for that pack. To be fair, I got a lot of bangers out of that pack, but now they're $100 a pack. So if you wanted any real reason on like why people like OG hardcore fans don't really fuck with this Final Fantasy set, it's because of that. It's because of the dollar signs that are attached to it. And it feels like Magic is losing its identity because they're doing Final Fantasy and Jurassic Park and Spider-Man cards now.
Nah, I gotcha.
But so she goes, bro. People paid, and to be fair, the Final Fantasy set is what got me into playing Magic. So
yeah. Same with the Fallout.
I mean, if not a single one of us played Magic, I still would have bought all 4 of these Doctor Who commanders just for the IP, just for the Doctor
novelty,
Who.
Just for the
novelty of having the Doctor Who sets.
No,
because that's who I am as a person.
Yeah, man, I'm sure you're gonna hear me talk a lot about this shit in the future, just because I am also playing a lot of Arena, but ever since we got this whole remote thing down, I'm just like, fuck that. I want to play with real cards. I want to throw them down, But that's all I'm playing.
Cool. Well, that concludes our episode. Thanks for coming back with us. We hope you enjoyed it.
Welcome back to you too. welcome back to enjoying our takes on shitty whatever.
Yeah.
Our shitty takes on shitty whatever.
Yeah, shitty takes on shitty whatever. Yeah. Even better.
Join us next week when we unveil a new segment for you. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at The Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
on Blue Sky and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
Where you can find us on TikTok at Nerdcourt Podcast.
And since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcourt podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to help us do that.
That'll help Eddie to afford a new chair so he can give his grandma back her chair.
Fucking damn it. My grandpa is missing his recliner right now, so. Oh, God. So from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you. We love you. And keep it nerdy, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.